Coming up, bracing for impact. Louisiana and surrounding states wrapping up their preparations and plans of Hurricane Ida, which is now expected to intensify to a Category 4 storm on landfall. We're tracking the latest. And evacuations continue out of the airport in Kabul while security concerns heighten after Thursday's deadly attack.
And we'll be tracking cooler temperatures with scattered rain chances as we end the weekend. We'll have more on the full weather forecast.
Live from your local news leader, home of the number 1:10 p.m. newscast on the High Plains. KAMR Local 4 News at 10 starts now.
Good evening. The warnings could not be more dire. Louisiana's governor today said Hurricane Ida could be the strongest storm to hit the state since the 1800s. The National Weather Service predicting some areas could be uninhabitable for weeks or even months. The Category 2 hurricane gaining speed as it moves through the Gulf, on target to make landfall as early as tomorrow afternoon as a catastrophic Category 4 hurricane, exactly 16 years after Hurricane Katrina hit. That is topping our news tonight at 10.
Tonight, 24 hours till landfall and Ida's impact clear. Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana all issuing states of emergency ahead of the potential Category 4 storm.
When it hits the Gulf and we feel like it's serious, it's time to go.
But the Big Easy, tough to get out of. Evacuation routes packed for miles. Mandatory for those living outside the levees. Lines stretching from the gas station to rental car counters, where customers waited for hours. The airport telling desperate travelers, please don't come here unless you have your travel confirmed.
Your window of time is closing. By the time you go to bed tonight, you need to be where you intend to ride the storm out.
When Ida makes landfall Sunday, it'll be 16 years to the day after Katrina. The storms similar in their path, but not size, making Katrina's storm surge so deadly.
We lost a lot of good people during Katrina, man. That was a hard storm. Hopefully this one isn't nearly as impactful.
President Biden acknowledging the storm's anniversary, deploying 500 FEMA personnel to Texas and Louisiana.
It's a stark reminder that we have to do everything we can to prepare the people in the region and make sure we're ready to respond.
Ida's path now on a crash course with Morgan City and Houma, Louisiana, where the Bro family feels stuck.
I tested positive 3 days ago.
With Father Tony's second shot days away, COVID leaving the family no choice but to stay home.
It's hard to get into hotels when they find out that somebody's COVID positive. Nobody wants it.
I'll be the first to tell you. You know, I got 2 kids that's going to be with me. This is going to be something that you probably never will experience again. It's going to be scary. Dad and Mom will be right here with you.
And on that topic of weather, we now turn to meteorologist Melissa Terrazas for a first look at our forecast here at home. Melissa, looking at the chances and possibility of rain and showers tomorrow, aren't we?
That's right, Judd. Coming tomorrow afternoon. Now, currently taking a closer look at our satellite radar, we do have an aerial flood advisory affecting the western parts of the viewing area or the eastern parts of New Mexico. Now, none of these storms have gone severe. Now, currently those winds are out of the south, ranging anywhere from 10 to 13 miles per hour, so moderate to breezy conditions out tonight. Now, across the city of Amarillo, we're at 79 degrees out by the airport, 80 degrees here downtown, and 79 off of Tascosa Road. Now, for a full look at your day planner for your Sunday as we end the weekend, we're going to have partly cloudy skies by 2 p.m. Mostly cloudy with temperatures reaching the low to mid 40s, so a cooler afternoon and with scattered afternoon rain chances. Judd?
All right, Melissa, thank you. We'll check back in with you a little bit later.
Thanks, Judd.
Now to the latest developments in Afghanistan and President Biden's new warning that another ISIS attack could happen there as soon as tomorrow. NBC's Ali Vitali reports on the latest developments in Afghanistan. It's all from your local election headquarters.
President Joe Biden warning that another terror attack in Afghanistan is imminent. The president, in a statement Saturday, echoing warnings given to him by top U.S. commanders that an attack is highly likely in the next 24 to 36 hours. But they assured him they have all the authorities, resources, and plans to protect our men and women on the ground. This after making good on his earlier promise for revenge.
We will hunt you down and make you pay.
A U.S. drone strike killed 2 high-profile ISIS-K members and wounded 1 other, according to the Pentagon, who described them as planners and facilitators of possible future attacks.
The fact that 2 of these individuals are no longer walking on the face of the earth, that's a good thing.
Mr. Biden vowing today this strike was not the last. But defense officials were tight-lipped on if these targets were involved in Thursday's attack at the Kabul airport and guarded about the strike's specific impact on ISIS-K capabilities.
We aren't thinking for a minute that what happened yesterday gets us in the clear. Not a minute.
The U.S. didn't alert any other countries to the strike beforehand, including the Taliban. The Taliban condemning the U.S. attack, calling it a direct violation of the sovereignty of our country. Meanwhile, U.S. forces hustling to evacuate personnel, with the August 31st deadline less than 60 hours away. So far, more than 100,000 people have been evacuated, among them 5,400 American citizens. The evacuation now evolving to include U.S. troops and equipment.
There is equipment leaving on those flights that was originally planned.
A sign that the mission is nearing its close.
And back here at home, looking at the latest coronavirus data across the High Plains as we bring you facts, not fear, tonight at 10. 49 new COVID-19 cases were reported today. Thankfully, there were no new deaths, and there were 76 new recoveries also reported, that bringing our total active cases across the area to 5,937. An unclassified report from the United States intelligence community has been released on the origin of COVID-19. The various intelligence communities all agree the virus was not developed as a biological weapon. There is broad consensus it probably was not genetically engineered, and that the Chinese officials did not have foreknowledge of the virus before the initial outbreak. But they are split about whether it emerged naturally or from a lab accident. And for the first time, we are learning one U.S. intelligence agency assesses with moderate confidence that the virus first infected humans after a lab-associated incident, probably involving experimentation, animal handling, or sampling by the Wuhan Institute of Virology. 4 others assess with low confidence the virus emerged naturally. 3 more say they are unable to coalesce around other explanation without additional information. And here are some places you can go to get your coronavirus vaccine. The Amarillo Public Health Department, open Monday through Friday. You need to set up an appointment in advance, though, to get your dose. And if you don't want to set up an appointment, the mobile vaccine clinic will be at Amarillo College, Washington Street campus from 9 to 5 on Monday and Tuesday. To find a full list of where you can go get a vaccine, as well as the county-by-county breakdown of COVID-19 cases, head over to myhighplains.com. 2 friends are looking to make a difference while walking the nation. Coming up, how they gave back during their stop here in Amarillo. And later, we'll check back in with Melissa for a full look at your forecast. You're watching KAMR Local 4 News at 10.